King Charles III has formally stripped his younger brother, Prince Andrew, of all remaining royal titles and honours and ordered him to vacate his long-time residence, the Royal Lodge near Windsor Castle. The move comes after renewed public outrage over Andrew's association with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and the resurfacing of sexual abuse allegations brought by Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's victims.
Breaking news that has come to us in the last minute or so from Buckingham Palace. His Majesty the King has today initiated a formal process to remove the style, titles and honours of Prince Andrew. This statement coming into us in the last 10 or so seconds.
Buckingham Palace confirmed that the King has initiated a formal process to remove Andrew's royal titles, styles and honours. Going forward, the disgraced royal will be known simply as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, losing the title of Prince that he has held since birth. The decision also strips him of his Dukedom of York and subsidiary titles, Earl of Inverness and Baron Killyleagh, as well as honours such as the Order of the Garter and the Knight Grand Cross of the Victorian Order. The King's statement described the decision as necessary, noting that while Andrew continues to deny the allegations against him, serious lapses of judgment have damaged the reputation of the monarchy. The King's decision was reportedly supported by the Prince of Wales, and even Andrew himself did not object to the process, recognising that the public pressure and ongoing scandals had made his royal status untenable. The move follows weeks of growing scrutiny. Earlier in the month, Andrew voluntarily relinquished his use of the title Duke of York and several royal honours, yet the release of Giuffre's posthumous memoir, She Died by Suicide in April, renewed public anger. In her book, Giuffre alleged that Andrew believed having sex with me was his birthright, a claim he has always denied.
It's been revealed that Prince Andrew hosted the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein as well as Ghislaine Maxwell and Harvey Weinstein at the Royal Lodge, the publicly owned home where he effectively lives rent-free after he paid for its renovations. Well, this image shows them all at birthday celebrations at the mansion in 2006. Now, that was just 2 months after a US arrest warrant was issued for Epstein for the sexual assault of a minor, and Epstein was then arrested by police in Florida just 8 days after that event. Well, Maxwell's currently serving a 20-year prison sentence in the US for recruiting and trafficking 4 teenage girls for sexual abuse by Epstein, who was her then boyfriend.
Giuffre's family released a statement celebrating the King's decision as a victory. They said today, an ordinary American girl brought down a British prince with her truth and extraordinary courage. Their message resonated across the Atlantic and within the UK, where many viewed the action as long overdue. Though Andrew settled a civil lawsuit with Giuffre in 2022 for a reported £12 million, he made no admission of guilt. Still, his reputation has never recovered, and public trust in the royal family has suffered.
And the opportunities that I was given to learn, either by him or because of him, were actually very useful.
The King's decision goes beyond titles. It extends to Andrew's living arrangements. Buckingham Palace confirmed that Andrew has been served formal notice to surrender the lease of the 30-room Royal Lodge, a property he has occupied for decades. He is expected to move as soon as practicable to private accommodation on the Sandringham estate in Norfolk, with financial support from the King. Andrew's ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, who also lives at Royal Lodge, will be required to make her own arrangements. This announcement has drawn scrutiny from the British Parliament, particularly over the favourable terms of Andrew's lease, which reportedly required only a nominal rent payment. Lawmakers from multiple parties had pressed the Treasury and Crown Estate for clarity, arguing that the situation reflected poorly on the integration of public institutions. The palace's decision came amid fresh embarrassment caused by the publication of an email exchange between Andrew and Epstein from 2011. In the message sent the day after a photograph of Andrew with Giuffre and Ghislaine Maxwell became public, the Duke appeared to reassure Epstein, writing, "It would seem we are in this together and we'll have to rise above it. Otherwise, keep in close touch and we'll play some more soon." In the swinging community, the term playing is commonly used as a euphemism for sexual activity, usually involving more than one partner and often outside a person's primary relationship. The email correspondence directly contradicted Andrew's previous claim made during his 2019 BBC interview that he had severed ties with Epstein in 2010. The revelation renewed calls from American lawmakers for Andrew to testify before Congress, urging him to share what he knows about Epstein's criminal operation.
You don't remember meeting her?
No.
The prince categorically denying he ever had sex with Giuffre. As for this now infamous picture of the two together, the prince says he doesn't remember it being taken and says it could be a...
Do that again.
King Charles's move is among the most dramatic royal decisions in modern history, comparable, some observers say, to the abdication of Edward VIII in 1936. By removing his brother's titles, King Charles not only is protecting the monarchy's moral credibility, but also drawing a clear line between the institution and personal scandal. For the royal family, this represents an unmistakable shift. Under Queen Elizabeth II, the monarchy often sought to contain scandals quietly, relying on tradition and discretion. King Charles, by contrast, has shown a willingness to act decisively, even against his own brother, to preserve the institution's credibility. Although Andrew's daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, retain their royal titles under long-standing rules, their father's downfall has irrevocably altered their position in royal life. For Andrew himself, the loss of his royal identity marks the end of a chapter defined by privilege and controversy. Whilst the King's decision may not heal the wounds left by the Epstein scandal, it demonstrates a rare act of accountability at the highest level of British public life. For many, it also serves as a reminder that even the most powerful families are not immune to the consequences of moral failure. As Buckingham Palace's statement concluded, Their Majesties' thoughts and utmost sympathies remain with the victims and survivors of any and all forms of abuse. I'm Anthony Davis. You can find me on the 5 Minute News YouTube channel and podcast, on Wednesdays co-hosting Uncovered, and on Sunday on The Weekend Show with MeidasTouch.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.